What's up, everybody? I just finished another game and I wanted to give my thoughts on it. I just finished Still Wakes the Deep, and I'm going to tell you something, I really liked it. Now this game, it's known as a walking simulator. Thankfully, you can run through most of it. I've played these types of games in the past and they walk so slow it becomes so boring for me. But this one, you can jog and move quicker, so it doesn't really slow you down. And in these types of games, the focus is more on the story than what you're really doing. And let me tell you something, this story, it's actually pretty cool. You're a worker on an oil rig and things start to go south real quick. I'm talking about horror monster type stuff, and I'm not going to go into detail about it because I don't want to ruin the story, but I really enjoyed it. One of the things about this game, and I'll be honest, I like it. It's short. You can beat it in 4 or 5 hours. I think I beat it in about the 4.5 hour mark. The characters in the game, they're awesome. They really flesh out the story. You really get to liking all of them, except for one. There's one I don't think you're supposed to like him, and if you play the game, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. But the atmosphere on the oil rig, it's almost like you're really there. They do just these neat effects. It's really cool. The cabins, I loved exploring the oil rig and exploring the cabins on the oil rig where the other workers stayed. As you're exploring and reading the notes and seeing the items in the rooms, it really fleshes out the story, and it's just a really neat experience. And then as the game continues and it starts to get crazier, I'm telling you that tension, it really ramps up and it gets your heart pumping. Now, you're not really fighting any enemies in it, but you really gotta run and hide from them. If they get you, it's over. And you can throw things to distract them, but that's pretty much it. It's pretty much a game of hide and seek. And let me tell you something, it's a fun game. It's a fun ride. I highly recommend this game. Now, I played this game. It's on Game Pass right now, and if you have Game Pass, do yourself a favor and try it out. Again, it's so short, there's no reason not to try it. I encourage you to give it a try and keep going with it. But since it is so short, if you don't have Game Pass, I probably wouldn't pay a whole much for it. I don't know how much the game cost, but I probably wouldn't pay more than $20 to $25 for it since it is so short. But when it gets to those prices, I encourage you to check it out. You don't want to miss it. And now my last thought on the game, it's pretty vulgar. They cuss like a bunch of people who'd be working on the oil rig. I imagine it is pretty realistic, but this one's not for the kiddos. Again, the horror aspect of it, some of the deaths are kind of brutal, and then the language, it has a lot of bad language in it. I actually thought it was a little too much at times, but it is what it is. But if you can handle all of that, I encourage you, do yourself a favor and check out this game. I really liked it. If you've played the game, I'd love for you to get in the comments and let me know what you thought about it. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys all have a great one.